Hey guys, Renner here. Welcome back to AI The Somnium Files. Now in the last episode, we took Tessa on a date to go and meet the leader of the Kumakaras. Not really a date, but we made him a promise to get info about Renju, who is assisting number 89 in escaping the Met Police. Whether unwillingly or unwillingly, we don't know yet. But now we're on the actual date part here at the Matsushita Diner, which Ota's mum and dad own.
She's in the living room.
Oh, so we're just here. Alright, she's just leaving us alone.
I think she's watching TV.
How about you? What are you doing here?
You live here.
I was just doing some meditation, lying on the ground.
He lives here, Date.
He means sleeping.
Date, why are you with Tessa?
Why? Are you getting a bit protective, eh? Are you, Ota?
We are.
Yeah.
Not Shovel Forge.
We're not shovel forging.
On a date.
We're on a date.
Oh, a date.
He's crying inside.
A date?
There's a realization.
I'm on an investigation, and she wouldn't let me go.
You sure about that? Sure, that's 3 reasons, Date. That is not the face you should be making right now.
Date, I have some delicious fugu eggs. I promise they're not poisoned. Would you like some?
I want all of them, Ota.
No,
Give me
thanks.
all of them.
I'm fine.
Can I do you for threatening a police officer? You any good at cooking though,
Yeah.
apart from the poisoned eggs?
My dad taught me when I was little.
You still are.
You're making me something too, right?
You can't. Yeah, poisoned
Sure.
photo
My
eggs.
treat, Date.
I've seen Renji. Has he been here?
You're still looking for him?
Yeah, he kind of escaped with the wanted assassin.
Well, like I told you before, I don't know.
But that could have changed. That's why I ask every time. Yeah, let's just talk about the resurrection at the date. Yeah, is Zog the Eternal here?
Iris, about your coming back to life.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Yeah, I forgot Ota doesn't know about this.
What do you mean coming back to life?
This is not to do with you, Ota. Oh, so he's going to tell him, yeah. The more you tell people, the less sane we seem, Date.
Date jumped into a parallel world where I'm still alive.
Is this a parallel world now, then, because you're still alive?
Tessa died?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is she so chill about it? You okay with this information? Yeah, you got nothing to say. I mean, well, I wouldn't either, actually, in this situation.
Omelet rice.
Isn't that what Ota has at the Maid Cafe?
Ota's omelet rice is so good it gives me stomach cramps.
Oh, that is so good, then.
Is that a compliment?
You're embarrassing me.
Is that a compliment?
Well, Ota appears to have taken it as a compliment.
Get better at cooking, Ota. I guess he's been here
Yeah,
before,
I
then.
have.
Have you met Ota's mother, Mayumi?
She's tiny and carries around a floral knife.
Yeah, but I
But...
don't think she likes me.
Oh, yeah, because she thinks you're a witch.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, Ota.
Mom is just jealous of how pretty you are, Tessa.
Tessa's also like 40 years younger than you. You have to stun that as well, Ota.
Very reassuring. Whether out of jealousy or otherwise, she still doesn't like Iris.
Maybe it's because Ota is a simp for Tessa.
Hey, can you tell me about this parallel world idea in more detail?
Oh, so we're getting into her theories now, are we, Darcy?
Oh, sure. How should I explain this?
By saying words.
Well,
Yeah?
oh, I know.
Does it involve shovel forge?
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Don't look at me like that while saying rock, paper, scissors.
scissors.
Yeah, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look,
If
Iris.
we tie, nothing happens. We just shake hands. If I win, you have to give me something.
If we shake hands, Ota's going to kill me.
What if I win?
I'll do anything.
Anything?
Anything?
Anything.
Don't do those hand motions. You know what Darte's
Date,
thinking.
Your heart rate is rapidly increasing. Why exactly is that?
You know why, Ivy. You've been in my head long
Alright,
enough.
let's do this.
Dante is way too into
Okay,
this.
let's go.
Yeah, I have the same expression too, Ota.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
I'm gonna go with scissors.
Shoot.
Damn it.
Yay, I won.
I lost.
Oh, no. You see, this looks like scissors, but it's actually paper.
It's just 2 layers of
That
paper.
doesn't make any sense.
Neither does the parallel worlds, Iris.
No, why did I throw out scissors? Why?
You're really not taking this well.
He really isn't.
So I get my prize.
Maybe not right now, but yeah.
I don't have any money.
I
How are
don't
you paying
want
for it?
money.
How are we paying for this then?
Instead,
You want to join Abyss.
Yeah.
can you pet my head
What? Ota, do you realise Ota has a knife? You realise he's going to use that on me?
and say Iris is a cutie cutie?
Ota, do you want to leave the room for 5 minutes? I understand.
The cutest person in the whole wide world? A cutie angel?
Do you want Ota to do this? You sure you want that from me? Are you sure?
Fine. Iris is a cutie.
Are you okay, Ota?
No, put your heart into it.
Ota's not taking this
Iris is
well.
a cutie, the cutest person in the whole wide world. A cutie angel.
Ota, are you okay? Are you okay, Ota? I think Ota needs counselling.
We just played rock, paper, scissors, right?
Yeah.
I won and you pet me.
Yeah.
But in a different timeline, maybe we tied. Or maybe I obeyed your orders and did something really scandalous.
You say it like that. You knew what he was thinking, didn't you, Iris?
time, do it now!
I do not have that functionality.
Learn it.
So those timelines are what I'd call a parallel world.
So you think I jumped from a world in which you were dead to this one where you're alive?
But where's the other me then? There should be another me in this world. Because I can't be the only me, because the other me was already in
That's
this
what
world.
I think.
Huh. Parallel world, huh?
Then where's the other me?
Can't believe it, but...
Sure you can.
I mean, the things we've seen, Dante, you go through people's minds for a living. Surely you can believe, sure, this is the most normal thing you've seen today.
Parallel worlds exist.
And that's a fact.
Do you know about the Mandela effect? Or the
Yeah.
Bubba-Kiki effect?
Not the second one.
Or the 100 million balls? If I explained that, would you believe me?
What are you doing with 100 million balls, Iris?
Sounds really interesting, Tessa.
Shut up, you're not part of this, Ota. Start trying to butt into this conversation. Your simping is not required here.
I know some urban legends like that.
Of course you do,
The
Ota.
spatial temporal man, and the lost friend, and the story of 2 sisters.
That sounds like it should be on a certain website that's made of black and orange. Have you got anything else to say, Ota? Are you feeling okay? Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way. It's not that website, is it?
So, there's this girl. Let's call her B. She's practicing piano in her room.
Monica is here. Monica is in this world. It all makes sense now.
And her little
Monica's playing the
sister's
piano
watching
again.
TV in the same room.
Natsuki's not her sister, but it's close enough.
B asks her to turn the TV volume down so she can hear her piano playing, you know?
I think the piano would be louder than the TV, unless the TV's on a volume 100.
So B goes back to practicing, playing a little bit. But her sister doesn't turn the volume down.
Then do it herself.
She's not listening at all. So B turns around to scold her.
Yeah, this is Monica.
She was really gonna let her sister have it. But she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen.
She just disappeared.
She thinks, I wonder where she went.
Did you check the game file? She might be in there somewhere.
But then B hears her sister at the door. I'm home. B runs to the front door and sees her sister and her parents standing there. So B asks, when did you go outside?
5 hours
Her
ago.
mom says, what are you talking about? She went shopping with me. B is really confused by all of this, of course.
Of course.
She asks her little sister about it, and she learns that her favorite TV show was on. And before she went shopping with her mom, She was deciding whether or not she wanted to stay and watch it or not.
Clearly, both.
So depending on her decision, a parallel world was made.
But then why was B in both of them? He should only existed around the younger sister.
Yeah. What B saw might have been from the world where her sister stayed behind.
Anything else about that?
I know a ton of stories like this. Like being suddenly transported 1 year into the future, and there's a missing persons report out for you. You look down at your phone, but you realize that it's not yours. It's not the one you remember having.
So why have you changed to Verizon in the year you've been missing?
You look through the contacts, and it's filled with names you don't recognize.
Sounds scary.
Yeah, it does actually,
There's
kind of.
more, too.
There's more
Like
to that
this
one?
town where everyone is Japanese.
That's Japan. Have you lived here for 24 years, Ota? You don't seem to
But
have.
they're speaking a completely different language. And all the signs and magazines and stuff have different letters.
Is this English? Are we in Tokyo?
And it's not like Korea or China. It's the Japan we know, but the language is different.
That's a prime example of a parallel world.
Have you got any more about this, Iris? Tell me about your million balls, please.
This world is full of really interesting stuff. But you know the most interesting thing of all?
Balls.
No, what?
That humans exist at all.
The universe developed in a very particular way to get here.
Do we need your input in this,
If
Ota?
things were even slightly different, well, the galaxies and solar system and all of that might not have existed at all.
If things were slightly different, people might not have connected feet with sexual attraction.
And that means humans would never be born.
That might be a good thing in
And
some ways.
even if everything happened exactly like that, the probability of human life developing is extremely low.
Have you seen FU Karen on Reddit? They're still yet to develop.
And yet, here we are.
Yeah, come back to your. Can you tell me more about
Imagine
your
a box
balls?
full of ping pong balls, labeled 1 to 100 million.
That's a lot of
Would
balls.
you be able to pick out the one?
Not likely.
It's not possible, but yeah, there is a chance.
But what if there were 100 million of you?
That is how you Garrison glitch on Shadow
Well,
of
then
War.
one of us would definitely pick up the one.
Exactly. The birth
Right.
of humanity is so improbable that it's basically a miracle.
I wouldn't call it a
But
miracle,
if there
Iris.
were multiple universes,
Then it wouldn't be strange that at least one of them had humans in it.
She is describing the anthropic principle.
Anthropomorphic. Iris is a furry, confirmed.
We have underestimated her intelligence.
Iris the furry, confirmed. Tell me about the one on the Booba Kiki.
Dante, look at this picture.
Yeah, it's a splat, a blue splat, and a generic POW symbol in pink.
There's a famous experiment regarding this picture. You show this image to people around the world and ask a question. Which one is Booba and which one is Kiki? Believe it or not, 98% of people asked have the same answer. The rounder one is Booba and the jagged one is Kiki.
I was actually thinking it the other way
Isn't
around.
that weird?
Genuinely.
In other words, everyone thinks that Booba is a certain way and Kiki is the other.
Pretty sure Kiki's a song by
It
6ix9ine.
applies universally across languages and cultures. It's like something ingrained inside all humans.
Clearly not in me. I thought it was the other way around. Let's go back to Ota. Lost friend. I'm sure this one hits a bit close to home, Ota, doesn't it?
There's this kid, A. He's in elementary school.
Wait, oh, I did this the wrong way around, because you got A, good, no, you got B. Yeah, I did this the wrong way around, but
Well,
whatever.
A had this close friend named Suzuki.
Was it the Suzuki who raced in Formula 1 in the 90s?
One day, after school, they're walking home together.
Does this involve Monica again?
A turns around to tell Suzuki a joke. And Suzuki is laughing his butt off.
He hasn't told the joke yet.
And he's laughing and laughing, and he laughed so hard that his eyes fell out of their sockets.
Okay, we're going very into detail with this one.
What?
My thoughts exactly.
Well, they were hanging down out of his eye sockets.
That doesn't make it any better.
The nerves were still connected, but
Is this Seth Rollins or Rey Mysterio? Is this an eye for an eye match? Who tells the jokes the loudest and the eyes fall out wins?
A is of course in shock and doesn't know what to do.
I mean, neither would I.
Suzuki just takes his eyeballs and jams them back into his eye sockets and keeps walking like nothing happened. So A asks him about it. Like, hey, are you okay? Your eyes fell out.
Yeah, that's not something I thought I'd ever be asked.
A is really concerned for his friend, you know? But Suzuki just says, yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't say anything about it.
I don't know how I would react to that
And by
either.
now, A is really curious. But he's not getting any answers. So they just part ways and go home.
As you would?
The story only gets weirder from here. The next day, A goes to school, and Suzuki's not there.
But his eyeballs are on the table.
A is confused and asks his teacher about it. Hey, where's Suzuki today? And the teacher says,
Who's Suzuki?
Suzuki? Who's that? There's no Suzuki in this class. A says, what are you talking about? And he goes and asks all of his classmates about Suzuki.
I think he gets put in a mental
They
asylum.
all say the same thing. I don't know him. There's no Suzuki in this class.
They all say the exact same thing.
So that kid must have jumped into a parallel world without Suzuki.
His eyeballs jumped into a parallel world, Iris.
That's what I think.
These stories just make it less believable, because he just one day wakes. At least we go through a dream and create something. Your eyes don't just fall out and then you don't just disappear.
Couldn't Suzuki just be an imaginary friend or something?
I mean, it's possible.
No, A was really serious about remembering Suzuki.
So would someone who was slightly inept.
It is weird. And there's no way you can pop your eyeballs back in like that.
Well, not necessarily.
But... Oh, is this where you become an expert about the human body?
There's such a thing as a dislocated eye.
I think he was a bit more than dislocated.
It actually isn't too hard to put your eye back in if it falls out.
Ota is correct. Dislocated eyes are easy to replace in their sockets.
You would know, I, but you are an eye after
As
all.
long as none of the nerves or blood vessels were damaged, there are usually no lasting negative effects either.
Maybe not physically.
But that doesn't prove this Suzuki exists.
Well, I guess not, but
But... You're Suzuki! Alright, let's go... If you call this person C,
yeah, it's sort of like a common experience.
why is he wearing baggy trousers like he was MC Hammer?
A lot of people have experienced waking up in an uninhabited world they've never seen before. And most of them describe seeing the same person. The Spatial Temporal Man.
It's just MC Hammer.
He's supposed to be an ordinary old man wearing work clothes.
Who goes to work wearing that?
Spatial Temporal Man guides people back to the real world.
Can you give him a simpler, more catchier name to say?
He tells them, this world is not for you, or something.
Then wake up.
I'd like to meet him someday.
Then go to sleep. Let's go back to Kiki.
Like worshipping the sun and the sea. Or thinking that the mother is soft and the father is jagged.
Mother is soft. Okay.
Regardless of your culture or background, you probably think this way. It's what Jung called the collective unconscious. There exists a second psychic system of a collective, universal, and impersonal nature, which is identical in all individuals.
Even with that on the screen, you said a lot of words, but you just said nothing at the same time.
That's what Jung said about it. Think of it like bamboo.
And I get the visuals. Now you might
Bamboo
understand
stalks look like individual plants since they're separated.
it. Yeah.
But underground, they're all connected.
I never actually knew that.
Human psyches might be like that too, connected at a subconscious level.
That's the only connection you're ever getting with her, Ota. Don't get any thoughts about this.
The parallel world?
Yeah! You saved me in the dream, right?
No, I
And
did,
dreams
but
are
yeah.
all about our subconscious minds. So if you follow the roots,
You get to another bamboo stalk.
yeah, something like that.
Now, this one actually kind of makes sense a little bit. At least why do you like that? Now, tell me about the Mandela effect.
Do you know Nelson Mandela?
Not personally.
Well, yeah,
You met him? Nice one, Ota.
the former president of South Africa. He helped abolish apartheid.
He died in 2013, but a strange thing happened. When the news broke, people all over the world thought,
He was already dead?
didn't Mandela die in prison in 1980? That's the Mandela effect.
When everyone thinks something happened, but it didn't.
It's when your memory and history have discrepancies. There are lots of examples,
Yeah, we're gonna go for the Chinese tank protester one.
like the name of this kid's book with the bears having different spellings. Or people remembering that Kennedy was assassinated in a 4-seat car. But in our world, he was in a 6-seat car.
Huh. I thought it was a 4-seater too.
6-seater cars don't really exist that much. I guess
Or
that makes
that
that one
electric
kind of makes
mouse from
sense.
that video game. You probably remember the tip of its tail being black.
Pikachu has a brown tip to the tail.
It wasn't?
Nope, it's all yellow.
No, it isn't.
And the design didn't change.
Oh.
Or have I got this completely wrong?
Lines from movies, company logos, historical events, and little things.
I don't know why I thought he was brown. I knew he wasn't black. I also had colour.
The Mandela
Yeah.
effect is everywhere.
He is completely yellow. Now think about it, yeah. Guess we get back to playing Pokemon Emerald at some point.
Why do you think that is?
Because those memories are from parallel worlds?
That would explain it, I guess.
Or is everyone just collectively stupid?
When did you two get so knowledgeable?
Oh, I don't know.
About 18 seconds
Tessa
ago.
is always writing about this stuff on the internet. That's why I decided to research it too. That's how I learned all this stuff.
Because you're a simp and you want to relate to her
Oh,
and have something to talk
hey.
about.
I know about conspiracies and secret societies too.
Oh, we're not
find
going
that
down the
stuff
Shane Dawson
fascinating.
route, are we? We're not going to have the secret life of Logan Paul next, are we? Starring Ota and
If you
Tessa.
want, we could talk about those.
Maybe next time. Now where's that omelet rice?
That's getting important stuff,
Done.
Dante. Get that food. Get to the food. That's what matters. Do you really need a crotch shot of Ota? She's very happy about the omelette. She's glowing with enjoyment right
Bon
now.
appetit!
Bon apple tea. Oh. You okay, Tessa? You alright? Do you have a sprained wrist?
Tessa, are you okay?
Do you have 17 puncture wounds to the back?
I'm fine. My hand slipped. Let's eat.
Off the floor! There was no conversation because, yeah, she might have just died again. Somewhere. Maybe. And before long,
Thanks for the food!
oh, she got, I got cramps again. Maybe she just runs off food and caffeine. And she was running very
That
low.
was
We
good.
hadn't eaten all day. Well, Ota is in
Ota,
deep
your omelet
instead.
rice is seriously the best.
Until she's stuck on the toilet for 5 hours tomorrow.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Aw, thanks. I owe it to my dad. He taught me well.
Until we get cramps, that is. Dante had no money. How is he paying for the food?
Let's get going, Iris.
Are you staying here?
Thanks again.
No, you're coming with
Thank
me.
you! Come back soon!
Is that a threat? That is a threat, isn't it? You can stop staring at her now, you know. Where do we go next? Oh yeah, Iris wants to check out the cold storage warehouse, didn't she? Oh, then there we go. Have we got a time for this, or is it going to be like midnight or something? No, it's still Monday.
I saw it. I'm sure. Your corpse, Iris. Right here.
Yeah, just get right into the
But
heavy
I'm here
stuff.
now.
Yeah, but not on the table.
Maybe I'm a ghost.
That is the campest ghost I've ever seen then.
You don't look like a floating sheet. You have legs.
But maybe they're not legs. Maybe they're my boobs.
If they're on the floor and you're like 19, then that's not a good sign. Don't picture that, Darcy.
Didn't
Good
you
man.
say that you saved me in your dream? What did you mean by that?
Well, you see, we synced a famous politician to a mind thingy device, and we went deep into his consciousness. Iber Shawn Michaels super kicked purple guy from FNAF away, and now you're
I
alive.
told you that I'm with an organization called Abyss, right?
Yeah, you told me 2 days ago.
We
Was it
find
2 days ago?
clues in the minds of suspects and witnesses. We enter what we call a somnium, a dream world projected by their subconscious. That's what the entire organization is about.
How do you even do that?
Probably not legally.
We have a machine that we call the sync machine.
What is that?
It's a sync.
It's a sync machine.
That's not an explanation.
Do I have to
Tell
give you
me
an
how it
expo?
works.
Well, I can explain, but it will require a bit of background to understand.
History with Darcy.
Background?
Well, that's going to be where I leave things this episode. Got the date with Iris. She's maybe alive. She might be on this table again in the next episode. We never know. So if you enjoyed this episode of I, the Somnium Files, remember to leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell to set out any future videos. If you give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram, that'd be much appreciated. The link in the description down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.